Good evening and welcome to Gaming with Scott presents Behind the Masks, a Southgate media production. In this series, our heroes remove their masks so that you, the listener, can learn more about the player behind the character. We discuss topics of interest and encourage our players to go off the rails and down the rabbit hole. We hope this helps our audience get to know us better. Discussions and insights begin just after this music. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Behind the Masks. I'm here with Joshua.
Can't wait to get behind that mask.
And JC.
What's up?
Hey there. I like that. So one of the things, by the way, hail hydration. Always drink. Just drink responsibly, but lots of water. You know what I mean? Do that. So we were talking after the horror that was the last Behind the Masks. It was so much fun. You need to go listen to it.
No, don't listen to it. He's off. Don't do it.
Right.
Avoid all costs.
So, and the topic that came up was brought up by JC, that he said that, tell us what you said.
Well, basically that you know, we have a lot of room to grow as storytellers and broadcasters, but
Like clearing your throat into the mic?
It's kind of amazing that we're...
You anus.
Oh, keep going.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I have permission now? Thanks.
Sorry. That kind of thing.
No, what I'm basically saying is that it's surprising that we're as good as we are, because we kind of shouldn't be. I mean, none of us has had formal training or anything of that nature, you know? And I was going back and listening to some of the original first... Well, I think you have, Scott. Had some formal training, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I was a radio TV film major at Indiana State at one point, but
Nice.
that's okay.
Okay. Anyway, point being, I was going back and listening to some of the first episodes, going way back and just giving them a listen. And
once over.
It's amazing how much better we've gotten, not just on a technical level, but as audio performers.
Yeah. I agree. Well, and I really think, and one of the things that I wanted to throw in, I really think, and we have a unique perspective at this end of the table with Joshua. And he can attest to this, and you're going to see some interesting things as this continues. Mm-hmm. Joshua is also in our Stargate game. Okay, yeah. And by our, I mean his and I. Again, I was not trying to keep anyone out. However, Joshua gets to see two groups now. Right. He gets to see the Marvel group, and he gets to see the Stargate group. The Marvel group is very, very comfortable with this in their face, with the microphone in their face. Cindy and Scott and Kat, we love you guys to death. You're wonderful. And Cindy, so much better the second time than the first time, right?
Agreed.
Only this thing, this hulking arm with the big spongy in their face is like, I mean, they're giving it this look like it's going to bite them.
Yep.
Well, I call that equipment awareness, which we've all just become so comfortable that...
It's a learning curve.
Well, when I feel this mic in my face, it actually is the stimuli now that triggers my personality change.
What do you mean?
Well, when I get into Wells's character, or when I get into my broadcaster persona, so to speak,
right.
Where I'm just... Because I don't talk to you now. Okay, so there's like this Zen saying, right? You know, before enlightenment, you know, mountains are mountains and rivers are rivers. And then after enlightenment, mountains are mountains and rivers are rivers, right? Like,
okay, you lost me. I don't profess to have no capacity for Zen, but what did you just say?
Okay, in a state of ignorance, you're sitting there and the world is what it is the way we know it now, mountains and rivers.
Okay.
And then everything starts to break down Cthulhu style as you move into enlightenment, right? Mountains become not mountains, rivers become not rivers. But then you achieve enlightenment and all of a sudden it's all back to the way it was before. Mountains are mountains and rivers are rivers. They haven't changed. You have. That's kind of the idea. The world.
Okay. All right. I'll get you. So that's very deep. I like that.
Internal versus external locus of power, right?
Well, I guess kind of what I'm saying is that when we first got into recording, we had equipment awareness and self-consciousness.
Agreed.
Right?
Very much so.
And then we went into a phase. I've tracked our evolution. We went into a phase where we stopped having equipment awareness and stopped having the kind of self-awkwardness, right?
It's when we got headphones. But go ahead.
It might have been.
But
actually.
then we even went into a third phase, which was now we no longer have the equipment awareness available, but now the equipment awareness is back. The self-awareness is back, but it's at a level of not awkwardness, but mastery
of springboarding off of that equipment's awareness and knowing what to do with it, knowing how to have side conversations and things, or how
exactly, or where this conversation is going and getting ahead of it by a couple steps, or planning.
Right.
You know, like for example, the thing I did during the Echo 51 with Grace and the punch.
Yes.
Okay, so where I'm getting better is I will see an emerging gag, right?
And think about how to make the equipment do that better.
The equipment do it, or just the joke itself. How do we keep this joke coming in again and again, but also keep it to where it's not coming in too much?
Right.
And you're thinking on that level. That's a whole new level of thing, and you're doing this while you're talking.
Yeah.
It's show awareness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You become a show person.
Yes. Yeah.
And one thing I would add, I'm ecstatic that you guys have finally stepped up your level to what I bring, because I've been carrying you for. I've been carrying you guys for 2 years, and Lord, is my back tired. So it's about time. Thanks.
Wow, that sounds like something I would have
Thanks.
said. That's Joshua. That is amazing.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
My
You know
back
what?
hurts.
You know what?
Need a backyato.
I don't
I'm just
want to
kidding.
upset the LGBT community at all. Okay,
Don't do it.
because I was going to make a joke playing off of the line of, if your back hurts, I can apply some Ben Gay, but it appears to me that you've already been gay for too long. See, I didn't want to do that.
I'm glad we didn't.
We didn't do that. But I was going to say,
We just reached -1 listener.
that sounds a little, your back hurts. Ooh, okay.
I know, but no, seriously, thanks for stepping up for the last couple weeks. It really means a lot to me, because it's been hard. It really has. I love you all. Thank you.
The struggle is real.
Yeah.
Struggle is real.
Hashtag all Asgardians matter. Where are you going with it? What's next?
CucumberDude at
CucumberDude.
God, that hurts my ears. At whatever Scott's thing is.
At
Oh my
gaming.
God, I just went in the fritz. All right.
So I now know. He's
Effing
gonna be like,
hookers.
I think it's great that you guys were able to. That's right. Send all fan mail to CucumberDude at gamingwithscott.com. We're making this a thing.
I think we should, and I hate it, but I think it's hilarious.
And CucumberDude will go to your email address.
And I'm okay. As long as you have a smiley face or something cute, I'm good there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
But
capital
literally-
C, capital D. CucumberDude.
Yeah.
That's going to have a T-shirt.
Well, yeah. But no, seriously, thank you. Thank you guys, though. Seriously, thank you.
I feel like we should all get a black and white caricature of our faces for our T-shirts, and like yours, you should be like eating a cucumber.
No!
Yes.
What? This is a whole new
Yes.
industry we're getting into if we do this,
That would
Josh.
be fantastic.
Whoa. It's like, look, no gag reflex. What the hell? Everybody loves it, right?
Squeeze your left hand. Make a fist with the left hand. Now squeeze.
I am not going to hit myself in the face.
Scott.
Stop it.
Propose a serious topic before we go off the rails for
Yeah.
that place again.
Okay,
I love vegetables. Keep going.
So if we would happen to engage in creating a podcast of perhaps Gaming with Scott After Dark.
No, a bit above our pay grade.
Okay. Of perhaps an erotic nature.
Oh yeah.
Then the shirt possibilities. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's inappropriate for right now. Then the shirt possibilities and the potential for having the artistry around it of having the email address CucumberDude at Gaming with Scott might not be a bad thing. I'm just saying. I mean, now of course
Hey.
Zucchini Dude gets
Shafted.
all the girlfriends, but that's not the.
Well, you know what I really think should
It's
happen?
gets all the attention.
More moisture. It's cool.
Right.
I think Fenris should be eating a cucumber.
Stop
Wait,
it. There it is.
And then Wells should be holding up the yardstick of genocide to measure the size of the cucumber.
Dude.
And then we take this to Barfleet and everything runs amok.
Oh, just no. Fenris eating a cucumber. CucumberDude. A werewolf head.
You know what we should
eating
talk
a
about?
cucumber.
You know, since you brought up Barfleet and we're in this vein anyway,
Yes.
we should bring up our experience with the Honor Universe, in that we're trying to deliberately form a ship,
The Honorverse. Yeah.
and that the point of this ship, what is it? The org, I'm spacing.
The Royal Manticore Navy.
Correct. So what it is Scott and I here are trying to get together and form a ship in the Royal Manticore Navy. I think you can listen to previous episodes to find out, more about that. We have a whole thing where we go.
Yeah, because I don't know what the hell they're talking about, guys.
Well, Scott, you want to sum it up real quick?
Please.
Certainly. David Weber wrote a book with a main character by the name of Honor Harrington, Honor, right?
Okay.
It's the Honor-verse. Okay, there are 14 books in total. There are 16 books of supplemental writing. What David Weber did was he wrote these 14 books, and they are basically space opera, ship combat, military-based. Honor Harrington she's the ship captain from Grayson, not from Grayson, she's from Manticore.
One thing that should be stated is that he wrote a female protagonist before it was a cool thing to do.
And did it very well.
And not only did it very well, but did it repeatedly. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
This wasn't just a one-book shot, let me just, have my female protagonist. This was his whole career.
And it was interesting because there were many reasons why it's interesting, but one of the things is that with the protagonist, the female character, she starts out on this station, this basilisk station that is, everybody thinks it's like the Siberian post. It's where you get sent when you're being punished. It's way out in the nobody cares where this is.
You're going to Alaska.
Right. It's the post that's out on the nether regions, and through the course of this book, it finds out that that's like the main corridor for the new expansion. So it becomes like the most important point.
The frontier.
There's the big battles, there's the space thing, and it goes on to be this 14-book series that's phenomenal. I mean, it speaks about political things, it speaks about, societal change, it speaks about men, about women, about combat, about military, all of these things. Then David Weber went, hey, I'm going to open up the Honorverse. I want other people to write in my sandbox. Cool. And there are 16 other books with authors that have come in and gone, I want to do that. So the Honorverse has a really, really big following and it's a great series. So there is the TRMN.org. The Royal Manticore Navy is the official Honor Harrington fan club.
Okay.
They were in conjunction.
The org that is surrounding this whole thing is comprised of ships. And the whole thing is you cosplay and you actually dress in the full military uniform.
Of the Royal Manticore Navy.
Correct. And there's a whole ranking structure and people do things and yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
Right down to the detail of ship captains, and only ship captains can wear the commemorative white beret.
The white beret.
So, Scott and I are forming a ship is our goal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we want everybody who's, on the Game with Scott team to be involved. I think we're still discussing the details, but I think we're going to require Barfleet membership for it because the purpose of our ship is that
go ahead.
It's for those who like to party like rock stars.
Like rock stars.
In deep space.
Exactly.
We worship Bacchus.
A little bit.
He's okay with that.
Bacchus has always been good to me. I don't know. Dionysus, Bacchus, whatever you want to call him. He's always been good to me.
A little deep space Dionysus action going on.
Exactly. I like that a lot.
So that's our objective.
So what do we do though? We're just partying the whole time? Because I'm down with that. I'm good.
So funny that you should ask, Cadet.
What?
Because
just got drafted.
Because we're gonna. Yeah, you just got voluntold. Because this is how this is gonna work.
Yeah.
Because so in order to gain rank within the Royal Manticore Navy, you need to take exams.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So here's how
What
this
kind of pyramid scheme is this? What's going on?
Right?
Yeah.
That's here. So now
it's like Scientology, but way more awesome.
but way more cool.
I don't have the bankroll to get into Scientology.
Right. That's why you're at the Royal Manticore Navy. It's free to sign up.
Yay.
After that, it gets a little expensive. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
It's free. It's
Yeah.
free. The whole thing's free.
First time is always free.
So their rank exams relate to, some of it's the Honorverse, like you've read the books. Some of it is the thing. But there's a heavy component on history exam, a history portion of the exam. Now, if you think about it, honors set off in the future with spaceships and shield walls and the missiles and the weapons, right? Right? So their history is our current day.
Yeah.
So the history portion of the exam, this is all open book, by the way, so you can use Google right along with it. They send you an email with the exam, and you research the answers, fill them out, send them back, and get rank. Their history portion of the exam is to encourage the sci-fi reader to go out and learn more about the current state of sci-fi and science. And Josh, you were looking at one of the exams. Give us sort of, without giving questions, give us your take.
Well, yeah,
I'm sorry, JC. Give us your take.
I was only taking the first exam. The first exam doesn't go into the history portion in terms of our current day.
True.
At all. And the questions are very, very, very basic relative to. Now, what I will say is, right out of the gate on the first exam, I had started reading the first book in the series.
Basilisk Station.
Correct.
On Basilisk Station, which if you join the org, you can get for free.
Cool.
You can get the first 2 books for free.
First 2 books.
Which I ended up getting the third also free in paper copy because they give you...
Because they hook you up at a con. If you're at a con, you come sign up, you get a book for free.
Yeah.
I got one I hadn't read yet.
Nice.
It's really good.
Anyway, the right out of the gate, one of the questions, actually, I knew the answer only because I had started reading the first book. You have to have read it to
know the answer.
To know the answer.
Because they want to encourage you. And the great. What do you think of the books?
So far, I'm really, really enjoying them. I'm not, and here's the thing, I'm not a huge sci-fi fan in terms of novels, right?
Right.
I don't read a lot of sci-fi. I really love sci-fi as a genre, and I do a lot of, Star Trek and that sort of things, but I'm not a big sci-fi reader, but I really have enjoyed reading in the Honorverse. It's been a real kick for me.
So there it is. And so you take exams to progress in level, in rank. So what we're going to do is we're going to get somebody up to the captain. I think he wants the white beret.
He looks like a white beret guy.
I don't know.
It's mainly because I want to be the master of ceremonies for the shindigs that we are going to throw.
Yeah, there
Cool.
you go.
These should be epic.
And then master of ceremonies in with Barfleet, etc. Fold in all kinds of, oh yeah.
That sounds awesome.
And there it is. So we need 3 to form a ship.
I'd be in on that if you would want me to help. Or Dan or anyone else.
Excellent, cadet. That's the attitude that'll get you moving forward.
Ta-da!
Well,
Ta-da!
let's start off as you have to be a Barfleet cadet.
Oh, are you not in Barfleet, sir?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, we got to hook that up. And
They're
then
going to be a Gen Con,
So-
are they not?
No.
What? Really?
No.
No, they don't host a party at Gen Con.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a thing. They will, however, be at Starbase Indy.
Yep.
When is that?
You're dead to me.
Sorry. When is it?
Okay, well, so it's Thanksgiving. It's the day after. It's Black Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday.
Good stuff. Hey,
It's
I'm
the-
there.
it's the
Oh,
weekend
that is
after
such a
Thanksgiving.
great time for a con, too.
It is. It's just
when
like
I
I'm
first
gonna
heard of
kick
it,
back.
I was like,
It's like,
what? Are you serious? They can't possibly expect that people are going to go do Thanksgiving, then Black Friday, and then try to roll into a con. And then my second day at the con, I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, because everybody is horribly whipped already. They're just like, oh, we had to do Black Friday, and then there was a family thing, and I ate turkey, and I just leave me alone.
I was so already rested that it was like, you know what? I'm just going to mosey.
Yeah.
Mosey.
And it is family friendly,
Okay.
and it's laid back and relaxed. I mean, it is the type of con that it's like, hey, let's go con. All right, well, let me get my stuff and we'll hurry up.
I didn't know con was a verb.
We're not going to hurry anything. Just chill out, relax.
Just chill.
And it's really it's one of my favorites. It's my con that I go to relax, which is very funny because last year's con, I was still involved with another podcast, and it was very, we got to do these things and we got to get this stuff, and there was a high level of nervousness and energy and stress, and Starbase Indy is not the con I go to for stress.
We don't need that.
There was friction and there was animosity and there was a thing, And it's like, I can't wait for this year because we're going to go back, and subsequently we've gone in different directions because of our creative differences. I can't wait for the relaxing con again.
Well, that's the thing.
It'll be so good.
As awesome as Gen Con is, I guarantee you I'm going to exit Gen Con this year with a thankfulness for the mid-sized con.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I mean, it gives you an appreciation for a con where you can... Oh, you mean I can walk up to the table with the guest star and just say hi?
Talk to him?
I don't know what that is. Like at Gen Con, there's a wall of people to even get close to. Well, and I have it from Gigi. What's her name? Gigi from Farscape.
Oh, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, well, one of the actresses from Farscape. Her character's name is Gigi.
Season 3 and 4, right?
Yes, exactly. Loved it.
Loved Claudia Black. She was better.
Well, it's neither here nor there.
Claudia, I love you.
He loves her.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, Joshua's cucumberiness, notwithstanding, CucumberDude at gamingwithscott.com. She made the statement, our storyteller from Stargate, Scott Somerville, went down to Wonderfest in Louisville this at the beginning of June, and said he talked with her, and he said, "When are you coming up to Gen Con?" And she said, and now this is hearsay. I didn't say she said this. This is just what I heard. Somerville could be just, completely crackpot and jumping off buildings. That's going to keep me from getting sued. She said, apparently she said, Gen Con is trying to get away from media people. They don't want TV people showing up anymore. They're trying to bring it back to the game. Back when Gary Gygax was running things, and it was in Minnesota or Milwaukee, I think. That they're trying to get back to. It's about the games. It's not about sci-fi TV. It's not about TV media people. It's not about guest stars on shows. It's about the games, and they're not inviting Star Trek, Stargate, Farscape people.
That's horrible.
As much. Well, and I just, games are great, but I really think that I see a lot of work that actors and actresses are doing, especially when you get into video games, when you get into voice acting, when you get into, there's a lot more media in an electronic format.
That's part of the fun of a big con,
You'd think.
But none of that takes away from the game side of Gen Con. That's the thing. It's not a dichotomy. We can do both. It's not.
Well, but what I don't understand, and this is where, because there are a lot of people that say, no, there's not a lot of people. I've heard it more than once said, well, gee, Gaming with Scott, why do you have interviews with Submerge Echo 51? And there's stars there. Gee, why do you have interviews with Devil Dogs of Kilo Company? Gee, why do you have interviews with Belly Timber and these independent movies? Like, you're not a movie podcast, you're a gaming podcast. And my response at the knee jerk is, when I sit down to the Marvel table, I'm building a story. Yeah. I have to be a director. I have to try to work with and around the player's sense of agency to help direct the story the direction that I want it to go. And I don't care who you are, and I know you're chomping at the bit. I'm going to go to you just a second. You had a thing. But I don't care who you are. If you've never story told and taken bits or elements from other stories that you've like, oh, yeah, I know the movie that's from. We've all played with poor storytellers who don't know how to mask that or adapt it properly. But if you were telling me that you're not inspired, finger quotey, by movies, television, cool sci-fi, horror, fantasy, all of those genres. If you're telling me none of that has impacted your storyteller, I would say you're full of,
You have no soul.
Cucumber. That's what I would say. That's full of cucumber.
Your tires are sliced, dude. Just saying.
Oh, whoa.
So does that make sense? So they say, well, why do you get into the and I believe the indie
it's all
film.
Storytelling.
It's all storytelling.
It's just different medium.
Which is why, are we only going to stick to the board games and the card games and the role playing games? What is Gen Con? What is gaming? there's a large component of gaming that is
Well, because
storytelling.
if you take this idea that we want the indie film people kind of out, and the film out, basically, right, and take it back to gaming, then do people realize that you're nudging out zombie Orpheus entertainment? The people who did Gamers 1,
Yeah.
Gamers 2, Darkness Rising.
Yeah.
I mean, their catalog is extensive at this point.
Well, and that's the kicker is Submerge Echo 51 is going to be at Gen Con. Devil Dogs of Kilo Company is going to be at Gen Con. So they still do an indie film. There's still an indie film vibe. There's still a track for that. There's still a Gen Con indie film festival where they premiere these things. It's just the A-list, B-list? I don't know. I'm not really sure how to... You know what I mean? I'm not how to put my finger on that because the indie stuff is still encouraged, but I don't know if that's its own sub-venue or if it's... Well, we don't want Star Trek Stars or Stargate or Star Wars or, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but yeah.
I understand what you're explaining, but it sounds dumb.
Although I think, okay, because we're all speculating based off hearsay.
Yes, off of hearsay.
But let's assume it's true for a second. It might also be a not so sinister thing, and let me explain what I mean by that.
Okay.
Gen Con has a huge traffic problem. That's the elephant in the middle of the room. There's too many people and not enough space.
It's like, what, 80 to 100,000?
This year estimated? Yup.
Yeah, and that's why they took over Lucas Oil.
Well, but still, is that enough of an expansion? Because, I mean, we were so crowded last year.
It houses 60,000 people, and they can use the field and the upper levels and the mid levels.
They need to move the exhibit hall over there then.
Right?
Because that was the big problem last year. Was the exhibit hall was so crowded you could not go to booths.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got stuck in aisle 1700, and it was just like, I don't know how to get out.
Well, it's also a safety issue when it's that crowded because God forbid something happen where people panic, people will die.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but it's true. There'll be stampede. The trampling will be ridiculous. Anyway, they might be saying to themselves, we keep growing, we keep growing, we keep growing. Maybe we need to niche down more as a way of pruning this growth, which could kill the whole con. I mean, that might be part of their thought process.
Well, I agree with what you're saying. That could be part of their thought process, but I really find it hard to believe that anybody outside of the people that are going to end up in Josh's field or Joshua's field are going to say, we're going to kill off Gen Con. Gen Con ain't going nowhere.
But no, it's an interesting question to ask, though.
If we don't stop acting like a bunch of rednecks in the state, it might.
Well, good luck with that. You can wish in one hand and, anyway. Yeah. But no, the question is, does Gen Con have a number where they stop selling tickets? I would be interested to know that. If there's, critical mass for this con. I don't think there is.
Well,
I think they turn a blind eye until something critical happens.
Well, that's the thing, because they've got will call and they've got these you must order your ticket dates by and all this stuff, and they always act like they're about to limit the field.
Yeah, I walk in every Wednesday evening and just buy mine
every
right there.
time. Yeah, so I don't think that. One of my few real complaints about Gen Con is that my ticket price has gone up so much, and yet then for everything I want to do, I have to go buy an event ticket, and I'm fine with the con making money. I'm even fine with the con being profitable for a number of reasons, but I really got to ask: did it really need to be that expensive? I mean,
it's supply and demand. If they fall short of their growth goal per year, they will decrease the price. That'll never happen. And they might raise it to a point where they're like, this is how we're going to control the number. It's now $300 a ticket. And we only have 60,000 people.
Well, my problem
there's your control.
My problem is that's not how they handled the hotel distribution.
Oh, no.
No, they don't care about the hotel distribution.
No,
That's on you.
the hotel distribution, they actually froze it and then did a lottery system.
Who's they? Is it the actual con or it's the individual hotel?
It's the con. It's the con working out their contractual agreements with the hotels.
Gotcha.
Right? So for some reason they didn't want... And I'm not saying this is the best thing. I'm saying that they didn't want the hotels to just raise price and limit demand that way, which would be the natural thing to do.
Well, unless you're locked into a contract.
But that's exactly what they're doing with the ticket price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they've contracted with the hotels, but to limit those prices,
right?
And they're lining.
That's my beef. So it's like
it's called capitalistic hypocrisy, Josh. JC.
Yeah.
It's just they don't. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna gouge you here, but look, you get a room price that's similar to what it would be any other time of the year.
exactly.
So you're okay with that, right? You won one. There you go.
Yeah.
There's your gimme.
And you make the statement about, well, will they ever cut off and stop selling tickets? The price has gone up every year for the last 10 years, okay? And that's the last that I've been tracking them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what, 125 now? 165 now?
100? No, it's 120, 125. I thought for a
No.
4-day pass.
For a 4-day pass now?
Yeah, I thought it
No,
was.
it's getting closer to 200.
Yeah, I thought it was
What?
like 180,
It's like
165, 180.
I don't know. I'd have
If I
to
remember
check.
right. It's
Yeah,
somewhere between
you'll tell us
160
on
and 180.
You'll tell us on Wednesday, right?
Yes, it will.
Yeah, when you go get one. All right. And that's cool.
I don't know if it's cool.
Well,
Well, no, I do the same thing Josh does.
yeah.
I will get off work Friday, and I'll just run down there Wednesday and grab my ticket.
Yep.
So, but here's the thing.
Why, you want to give me a ride?
At 100 and
We can roll
whatever.
together.
Yeah.
We can Uber together.
You
want to do that?
Uber.
I'm cool with that.
Uber.
Uber. What's
Well,
up?
it always helps to have a friend in line, too, because that makes it go so much faster.
Right?
Yes.
Holy
I mean,
cow.
the lines on Wednesday are never bad. I've never had a year where the lines on Wednesday are bad.
Neither have I. We can go to lunch, and then we can go Uber. Yes.
Or you
Yeah.
mean dinner?
Whatever.
Okay.
Yes.
Food.
Foods.
So you will see Joshua CucumberDude at
Stop
gamingwithscott.com
So dirty.
and JC in line at Gen Con on Wednesday evening getting their tickets. You'll know.
I
who
know
they
you
are.
listen, and I know some of you will be there. I will autograph the hell out of anything. Wait. No, I take that back.
I was just
Not
going to say,
anything.
CucumberDude, put that away.
Stop and screw you all. I ain't giving you anything. Sorry. Get out. Don't do it.
Wolf with a cucumber.
I can't.
Delicious.
I can't get anything. It keeps shrinking back up, dude.
Oh, hey
What?
now. So the CucumberDude and JC are going to be. This is the new thing. This is such a new thing. Are going to be at Gen Con on Wednesday night. But you make the statement. Oh well, are they ever going to limit their tickets or reach a? Well, we sold 80,000. So
This is what happens, and I know this, is they pay several fire marshals off, so they look the other way
Yeah.
for all this stuff.
cough,
But
cough.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
Allegedly,
I don't
of
want to get
course.
sued.
Exactly right.
Thank you.
Here's my $10. That's all I got. Sorry.
Yeah.
But no. But the question is what is their number where there will be multiple deaths if something crazy happens? Is that 125,000, et cetera, et cetera?
Well-
When they reach that point, then they'll use cost to mitigate that risk.
You know, if the ticket price is $100 and they sell 80,000 tickets, what's the math on that?
A lot of money.
A lot of money. Okay, so they're almost up to $200, and it's almost double that.
Yeah.
They have the opportunity to print their own money. You think they're going to stop?
No, they're going to gouge for everything they can get when they get close to that number, whatever that critical mass number is.
No, see, and I think more to JC. I think more to JC's point. Something catastrophic will need to happen
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
before that discussion goes anywhere.
School bus children trampled, 40 killed.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see how it is this year, because if they're getting Lucas Oil and they put the exhibit hall in their
You think they're going to put the vendor hall over there?
They're not.
the vendor hall,
They're not going to put it.
They're going
on.
to
They
put it
need to,
in,
man.
in Hall D, baby.
Needing and doing are two different things. I need $1 million.
well,
I'm
yeah,
not doing anything to get it.
if they don't, then I will use this soapbox and do nothing but bitch about it, because that is a silly decision.
Yeah,
Will you dress
it
up
is.
like Preacher
Well,
from
they
the
wouldn't
TV
even
show?
give us multiple media passes this year.
Well, we're working on that.
Okay, they
That's-
might. Okay, let me for posterity. Let me just say, they may. We're working on it. So far, we have been request denied.
So far, yes.
So far,
I'm trying to get with Stacia and get that all worked out. We love you, Stacia.
How do we get to this topic?
Yeah, how did we get to here? So no, but I think it's a good topic to have because we wanted to have we wanted to talk about Gen Con, and I'm going to make sure that this goes up before Gen Con,
Good stuff.
so that people can.
well, it's
so
weird because there was a
listeners can hear it.
Facebook thread on the Gen Con thing where this exact issue was coming up.
Oh, did it?
In terms of the con is mainstreamed, and I want to see it pulled back more towards gaming, the pen and paper and stuff the way it used to be. Which I didn't really understand, me personally, but there's like a call for this con has mainstreamed and people wanting to dump the cosplay.
What?
Yeah. I'm like,
why?
really?
What do they?
Wow,
What do they care?
really?
What do they care about?
Well, what we're experiencing is the fact that our hobby has mainstreamed. Now, it will one day unmainstream. I guarantee it.
Only
some
after the
point.
apocalypse.
But it's mainstreamed, and there are a lot of people who see that as a dilution, and they want to unmainstream it. They want to go back. They want
Take that Nazism and shove it.
Whoa, hey now. They want to turn back the clock is what they want to. They want it to be.
Time.
They want it to be like.
Find a way.
Okay, share.
to. Well, it's
Nobody
not even,
asked you. Nobody asked you to share.
and it's not even that.
Nobody asked you to share.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Well, it's also this. So you hear what it is. You have nerds that are socially awkward, and what it used to be is this hobby was their place to be around other people who were just as socially awkward. So we were all on equal footing because we were all just as socially awkward.
I get where you're going.
Yeah, I got
When
you.
it mainstreamed, people without social deficiencies came in,
Oh,
and now
no.
they're outnumbered, and now they're being forced to interact with these people and held to a higher standard of not being socially awkward, and they're
Right.
flipping out.
I just heard
Right.
reverse racism. Is that the gist?
There's a.
Well, that's a whole separate issue because there are dude bros
right.
Yeah.
in the hobby who don't want chicks in,
That's weird to me.
which is
That's really
that's
weird.
it, go just shoot yourself. But if that's you, I have no tolerance for that. But these people that I'm talking about, while there is Venn diagram overlap, obviously they're not. It's a whole separate issue.
Okay.
Right. It's a social interaction thing that may be fueled by any number of issues, whether you're just, siloed and really, really hyper-focused on this one particular area to the exclusion of everything else, even social interaction. Whether it's you've got the whole, my brother Christian suffers from the Asperger's thing, whether it's, there's a lot that can play into this that I've talked with people and helped social coach them before, that it's like, hey, here's how you be approachable to people. Here's how you, and I had one individual who said, hey, I've started looking into this. I'm getting some help. I'm doing some things. I'm now able to approach people. I'm, who are actively working on themselves. But and I know that there's this huge group, and gamers are a part of it, who are like, I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to put that effort in. I just want to play my favorite game, and all of this other stuff, like cosplay, it's not part of it. Like all of this other stuff, it's not part of it. So I can understand and see where it comes from.
But being America, you can do whatever you want with your favorite game, but you can't infringe upon others' fun. Let them do whatever the hell they want. Screw
Well,
off.
and that's my take is.
Yeah.
Why, and I teach this to my children, don't yuck other people's yum. Like if somebody else has fun with it and it's not hurting you, leave it alone.
Well, and their objections, they're like, look, what it is Gen Con, used to be Gen Con, in the sense that it was the gaming and the pen and paper RPGs and that sort of thing. And now there's this whole PopCon element of it. So now it's trying to be Gen Con plus PopCon.
Oh yeah,
And they
the
wanted to
video
stop being
games and
well,
cosplay and
indie film. And,
it's everything else that it is more of a pop culture convention than a hardcore pencil and paper role playing game.
Which
but
I'm sitting here going,
things adapt.
Gen
though.
Con is the home of all things nerd. That's the way
But
it
it's
should
not.
be.
It
is
used to drive up to Milwaukee because it was all about the role-playing games that were coming out at Gen Con.
Right.
Yeah, they were done in February, but they weren't going to release anything until they were at Gen Con.
Yeah, it's the largest gaming convention. I get that, but everything's got to adapt. Everything else, I mean,
You
have to
are
modify.
wrong, sir.
I thought it was the largest gaming convention
No,
out
that's
there.
not the part you're wrong about. It's the adapting. No, if it's the largest gaming convention, then it should stay about gaming, right?
Nah.
Well, but then I would argue that nothing spawns more new RPGs than film.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier with, hey, are you telling me you never took from a movie? You never used that as, your muse?
I mean, how many, off the
yeah.
top of our heads, the Buffy RPG? I just saw that on the
Oh.
shelf the other day.
The
What?
Whedon-
Interesting.
Oh, there's a whole... Okay, remember how we talked about Honorverse earlier? The whole
Yes.
Honor Harrington? There's a Whedonverse
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
that is the mashup of Firefly, Buffy. I mean, the whole thing. Oh, yeah, all of the Joss Whedons, Angel, Buffy, Sunnydale, Firefly,
Nice.
the whole thing.
I mean, the Game of Thrones RPG.
I'd like to play that. That'd be a lot of fun at some point.
Yeah, we'll get you in. This Gen Con. It's a gaming convention, right? Do you know that?
I'm going to throw something at you.
Okay, good. Cucumber, maybe?
Big, floppy one.
Oh.
Cucumber.
He said cucumber. God.
I hate that crap.
You've got to stop screaming into the microphone.
No, because he can deal with it. He's got it. He can.
I have a compressor. I'll
Yeah.
compress it. That's no problem. CucumberDude at gamingwithscott.com. Email him early, email him often, while it's fresh and crisp in your mind.
So fresh and so clean.
Clinkily?
Clean.
Oh, clean. I thought you said clinkily. I was like, when do cucumbers clink? That's not even a thing. Okay. Moving on. Go ahead.
This is my rap signal.
This is your rap single? How long have we been? How did we get here? Oh, yeah, you're right. We shouldn't we?
I'm always right, Scott.
So what's your take on Gen Con? Do they need to return to pen and paper?
Absolutely not.
So they should stay inclusive of the new...
Yes, they should remember. They should always remember where they're from and make sure that's prominent, but absolutely not.
Okay. Thank you, JC. Joshua, do you think Gen Con should remain what it is, inclusive of all variety of things, or should they return to their roots, pen and paper?
A little bit of both.
No. It's a multiple choice question.
You can stick to your roots and prominently be a gaming convention while, dabbling in other components of the geekdom that we reside within.
Okay.
You can. It can happen. It's progress. Make America great again. What the heck?
Wow. That's straight from the Cuke, boys and girls.
Make America great again, one booted cosplayer at a time.
Whoa.
Well, not when you say it like that.
Well, that's what you're saying.
I didn't say that.
You did.
I said make America great. That's why the slogan's horrible.
Yeah, it's a terrible slogan.
I was waiting.
Mr. Trump, it was implicit in your damn message.
Oh, no.
Hey, this is not a political thing.
You know what? You're getting a cease and desist letter from Mr. Trump probably in the next 48 hours.
How is that going to happen? Cease and desist letters are usually very large, and his tiny little hands, you know how long it would take him to write? That's longer than 48 hours. That's what I'm hearing.
And his hairpiece will get in the way. It'll block his eyesight.
It'll be terrible. It's like a minx that's gone bad and just kind of flops around on there.
I like minx. That's a great word.
And then
minx. Saucy minx.
No, M-I-N-K-S, the little furry creatures that you make a mink stole from.
I thought it was X.
Now, that's the other one. Leave it alone.
Agree to disagree.
No, that's okay. Agree to get a dictionary.
Saucy little minx.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
Dictionary.
Bye-bye.
Minx.
Dictionary. And that'll do us tonight for Gaming with Scott presents Behind the Masks, a Southgate media production. You can always send us an email at gamingwscott@gmail.com or catch us on Twitter. Josh Elliott is at Asmodee369. Dan is at Malkware. Josh Jackson is at ActionJack853. And Rico is at R1CO. Or me, Scott T, at GamingWScott. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/GamingWScott. Remember, superfans, the more you share, the more we make. If you love what we do, share it with your friends. If you don't love what we do, please share it with us. This show will only be made better by listener participation. Send us email or comments on Facebook, or send us a tweet of the things you would like us to discuss. We promise we will get your comments and topics on the air. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon.